E aí galera, tudo bem? Aqui quem fala é o Gustavo. E aí galera, é o seguinte, estamos aqui com o GreedFall, dando sequência. E galera, hoje vou mostrar pra vocês aqui missões secundárias. Por quê? Porque eu cheguei num nível, o nível no qual eu enfrento uma criatura extremamente difícil. Eu não consegui derrotá-la por causa do nível que eu estou e dos recursos fracos que eu estou também. Então galera, o que eu vou fazer vai ser o quê? Subir de nível em missões secundárias. Encontrei um novo recurso aqui, no caso se vocês não viram, vocês estão no vídeo anterior. Do jeito que a gente sobe de nível mais rápido. Só que, se for pra subir de nível, vamos subir de nível fazendo missões secundárias, que eu vou explorar mais do jogo e vai ser mais bacana. Entendeu? Então, vamos começar aqui então, já temos aqui umas criaturinhas no qual... Será que dá pra enfrentar? Deixa eu ver como é que elas são. Acho que são de boas. Muito agressiva. Tem mais uma ali. Ok. Vamos lá então. Ah, a missão que eu tô fazendo. A missão que eu vou fazer vai ser essa daqui, ó. Problemas no Éden. Fale com Patri Ilustis. Vamos pegar recurso. Eu sabia. Cara, se não for pedir muito, gostaria que vocês deixassem um like aí, comentem o que vocês estão achando da série. E se inscrevam e ativem o sininho também para ajudar. Que o YouTube não notifica vocês quando eu postar vídeo novo. Temos acampamento aqui. Cara, aproveitar que eu já tô no acampamento. Que tal a gente criar recursos aqui já? Eu posso criar? Posso. E minha espadinha? Ah, beleza. Para criar elas, deixa eu só dar uma olhada aqui. Eu preciso de... Ah, tá. Depois eu vou mexer porque eu vou comprar outra espada. Ah, cara, não tem muito o que fazer não. Pode ressurreição? Vou precisar de mais um. Como assim, cara? O que temos aqui? Contrato o túmulo do viajante. Apelos aos viajantes da melhor natureza na estrada de Vendeville ou Biome. Que nome estranho. Irmã decidiu explorá-la. Nunca mais voltou. Se algum de vocês encontrar o corpo dele, por favor, cave sepultura para ele, para que ele possa descansar em paz. Ele ainda deve estar em uma bolsa de moeda. Com a bolsa de moeda, eu teria feliz em entregá-la como recompensa.
Cardinal Mother.
Contrato. Deixou os ninhos dos Verglans. Verglans muito agressivos construíram um ninho ao norte do Éden. Tome muito cuidado se vocês precisarem de usar a estrada para o nordeste ou se entrar nos arbustos. Vai ser uma recompensa quem destruir os ninhos. Podemos fornecer as armadilhas.
The place where natives and priests live together. I must admit that I'm curious to see it.
All that's left to do is to find Father Justinius.
Welcome to Eden, the lighthouse of faith, harmony, and civilization in these wild lands.
Thank you. De Sardet. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I am Father Justinius. Delighted. And what may I do for you?
Pergunta sobre as tabuletas
The
roubadas.
Cardinal has asked me to investigate the theft of these tablets you discovered.
That's excellent news. The loss of the tablets is a catastrophe. We have to find them at all costs. If you want to learn more about these tablets, you should go ask Sister Eugenia. She supervises the theologians who discovered them, and were also guarding them. You should find her a bit further in the village, with her colleagues.
Who are the suspects of this theft?
The heretical brutes of the village of Vedlug most likely had a hand in this. They must have wanted to please the demons they worship by stealing the holy word from us.
How could they have learned of the tablet's existence?
Perhaps the demons are giving them this power. Unless one of the natives living in the village innocently mentioned them. They are so naive. Either way, I am certain that the heretics are involved in this matter.
I must leave you.
Enterrar os teólogos.
May the enlightened always keep you in their divine blessing.
I never thought I'd see natives living like this, side by side with the settlers. I doubt that things happened as harmoniously as they'd like us to believe.
It all seems a bit too convenient. If we find out some information about the history of Eden, maybe we'll change our view on things. The theft of the relic is probably not a coincidence.
Galera, mais alguma coisa. Lembrando, esse vídeo vai vir depois do vídeo que eu tô falando que eu não consegui derrotar a criatura. Esse vídeo é o vídeo... Mano, cara, eu não sei explicar. É o vídeo da missão. O ataque a San Matheus, derrote os Nagarsmen corrompidos. Eu tava enfrentando a criatura e não conseguiu derrotá-lo. Então eu tô colocando essa missão. Qualquer coisa eu vou estar deixando o link no card. O card aí em cima pra vocês verem depois. Caso vocês não fiquem muito perdidos.
Hello. The Mother Cardinal asked me to help you find the tablets that were stolen. Can I ask you some questions?
Of course. But hurry, I have a lot to do.
Pergunta sobre as tabuletas roubadas. Pergunta sobre a criação do Éden.
I talked to Father Justinius. He told me that you were...
Indeed.
Vou dar uma acelerada, viu, cara? Perguntar quem ela suspeita de que seja o ladrão.
Whom do you suspect?
Oh, alas. I'm afraid there are many suspects.
Muitos
Some
suspeitos.
settlers may have... Or it could have been Ven...
Where would...
But first, you can...
I imagine some...
Of course. If I remember...
What?
I am the one.
Thank you. I will let you work.
Vamos começar a procurar.
Greetings, De Sardet. I am handling the investigation into the theft of the tablets. Sister Eugenia told me to talk to you.
I'm Brother Virgil. What would you like to know?
According to your colleague, you were the one in charge of guarding the tablets on the night of the theft. Is that right?
Indeed.
What can you tell me about that night? Did you hear or see anything?
No, nothing in particular. The night was quiet, and then the morning after, we saw they were gone.
Someone had to enter the shack to steal the tablets. How did that happen?
I have no idea. The door was closed in the morning, and the lock was intact.
Do you suspect anyone in particular?
Not really. What I can tell you for sure is it is not one of us.
Well, Sister Eugenia did tell me that the tablets were priceless.
Of course. But our motivation is not the lure of profit. All that matters to us is their value as proof, not the money we could make out of them.
Do you think the culprit could be a native?
Well, since none of us did it, it seems obvious. There aren't many other settlers around here, and the natives knew of the existence of these tablets before we found them. They were attached to them too, in their own way.
They are the ones who led you to them.
Well, we conducted the research, but they helped us find where they were hidden. Some inhabitants of the village are still giving us a hand with our work.
Well, thank you. I will investigate where the theft took place.
As you wish. But you won't find anything there. And why does it matter, anyway? There were witnesses to the discovery of these tablets. We have all the proof we need. And that's all that matters.
What do you mean?
Now we can prove Saint Matheus lived here. Our actions on this island are justified. To keep rummaging the way Sister Eugenia does will only create more tensions with the natives.
I was not expecting a theologian to say such things. Have you been in Eden?
2 months. I joined. We are the one.
You talked about a mission with the natives. What did you mean by that?
I may be under the command of Sister Eugenia here, but my superior is Bishop Domitius. Our mission is to banish pagan cults and convert the entire population to the light. The island belongs to Saint Matheus, and therefore to Ptolemy, since the god of light offered it to our founder.
If your superior's Domitius, you are a member of the Ordo Luminis. I did not expect to find one of its members side by side with the missionaries. They usually do not get along.
The Order goes everywhere the light needs to be revealed.
You have a very unique way of seeing things. I doubt everyone accepts it. How are your relations?
When I arrived, they were very our attempts, the warrior, and it has proven I would like to go.
Of course. I will leave you to your work.
Ok, então vamos pro próximo. Ó, o próximo tá aqui mesmo, hein?
Can I?
Of course.
The mother? Are you?
And
What was the reaction?
most of they were, and there were even more. I suppose.
Were there any confrontations?
Yes, the Inquisition. But we stood.
Thank you. Thank you. Father,
I'm glad to see you.
tell me.
And so,
Tá, vamos ver se ele vai passar alguma coisa aqui de importante.
How left?
some of their legend.
And how?
But
There is something.
it often, I am sure.
I must leave you.
May the enlightened.
Hello. I am Lair, the village leader. Well, I was the leader of this village.
Hello, Desade. I am the legate of the merchant congregation.
There are Onol Manawi among the Logead Blau. I did not know that. What do you want from me?
I've heard a lot of things about this village of Eden, but I'd like to hear your version.
I'm not sure I have the answers to all of your questions, but I'll try.
Tell me about the arrival of the people of Thélème, and how you received them.
The priests were roaming around the village. They were saying that it was the place where their saint had lived. They were asking questions, talking about the Lloyd, and one more.
The priests told me that
As long as we refuse, so some of the things
one of the
Galera, eu vou
theologians-
adiantando
they
um pouquinho
wanted to
aqui.
pardon, but since they violently,
What happened to your warrior?
they did not accept. They even asked. So, we asked.
Aren't you angry after all?
No,
Your opportunity
for the but men.
I have to go.
Like,
I knew that the story would be more complex than we'd been told.
It was predictable. These priests feed off myths all day long. They are completely disconnected from reality. Even though it seems to me that some of them have a far more factual and political outlook on things.
Either way, the resentment here is strong enough for a theft to occur. There is only one entrance and the door shows no evidence of a break-in.
This Virgil must have fallen asleep on duty, and the thieves must have taken the key from him without him even noticing. Unlike the others, he does not think that those relics have any value.
It's very likely that that's what happened, but someone must have informed them. It can't be a coincidence that they decided to steal it during the watch of the only neglectful guard.
Our thieves fled, but you're right. Our accomplice must still be here.
We know that this theft could be an act of vengeance by the natives who were forced to leave here. They must still have allies in the village, family or friends. We should go talk to the chief of the natives. He will certainly know who is close to the exiles, and enough about the researchers to inform them.
Cara, não é por aqui.
you have returned on Almanawi. Do you need something else?
I think I know who stole the tablets.
Really?
I believe those who were exiled from your village seek vengeance because the missionaries forced them to leave. They must have taken the tablets with the help of someone else who stayed here.
You may be right, but you may also be wrong.
You do well to tell me what you know. Once the priests have reached the same conclusions as I have, how do you think they will interrogate you?
You're probably right. The Inquisitors would come back, and my people would suffer. I do not want to break the peace that I did all I could to make. I think the name of the woman you are looking for is Vindwal. She helps the priests who seek the old sage.
If she's helping the priests, why would she betray them now?
Her son is one of the warriors who had to leave the village. He is filled with anger and fury. If you go talk to her, please, do not hurt her. She is but a mother who acted according to her son's wishes.
I have no intention of hurting her, but things may not be so simple when it comes to her son. I have to go.
Like so many others.
Espera aí, eu vou subir. Ah, tá.
Greetings. Are you Vindwal?
Bertir Tumad. Yes, that is me. What do you want?
What
Vamos
can you tell
acusá-lo
me
primeiro.
about Lair, your former leader?
He is a man of peace. Some people dislike him, not me. Everything he did to save the village. But I think the mind shakers made him forget what we are. He almost speaks like them now.
Acusá-lo de roubar as tabuletas.
Listen, I know you helped the exiles to steal the tablets of San Matheus.
No, this is not true. It wasn't me.
There's no point in denying it. I know you did it for your son who had to leave the village.
If you know that, then you know that I don't have the tablets. So what do you want from me?
The only means of alleviating the situation with Ptolemy is to give the priests their tablets back. So, if you don't want your son to suffer their wrath, it would be best if I could retrieve them discreetly.
Bran and the rest of the exiles are hiding in the woods, beyond the stone circle. If you want to take the tablets away from them without being seen, do not take the path on the left. It is riddled with traps. And please, do not hurt my son.
Vamos recuperar as tabuletas. Ó, mano, essas pontas me atrapalham, cara. Cara, acho que a gente vai dar conta não, viu? Vamos seguir. O importante é a missão.
Here's the place that Vindwal indicated. The exiles must be near.
These people have been banished already.
Do it! What are you doing here?
I'm not here to fight you, but I must retrieve the tablets of St. Matheus.
What? How do you know we have them? And how? Not for a day. We will not give them back! We lost our homes and families, so the priests lose their sacred stones.
I know that you are seeking vengeance, But the priests will not be the only ones to suffer the consequences of your actions. Your mother helped you. And once they find out about it, she will pay the price in your place. Is that what you want?
They will not suspect her. She's helping them in... And even if they...
Perhaps I could do something for you. I am also...
We want to... But she only gave us a
Very well. I hope that we manage to convince Deirdre.
Vamos lá. Vamos tentar. Nossa! Foi. Ah, que legal, vamos lá. Agora sim, moleque. Vamos negociar. Cara, não é aqui não, mano, é o outro lado. Tem um acampamento lá perto, eu vou pra lá perto, ó. Acampamento. Caraca, meu. Pronto. Pensei que era criatura. Eu tava na porta, cara.
Oh, it's you. Things have changed since your last passage. Beasts have been coming in great numbers every night. They attack the village. They come in ranks, like your soldiers, as if they were commanded by someone. This troubles me greatly. What do you seek?
I come on behalf of the exiles of Vik-Sonegad. They'd like to join your clan.
Some already have done. The others should just do like them and undergo the trials of the warriors.
But not all of them are warriors.
We're about to go to war. Those who do not know how to fight have no place amongst the Sengeden Anadas.
I implore you to reconsider, Deirdre. Though they may not all be fighters, these people will know how to make themselves useful in your village.
Very well. You have helped us, and I trust in your judgment. You can tell the exiles that I'm waiting for them. Anything more?
I need to be going.
Wawalem-seg.
I'm glad I managed to convince her. Now we'll be able to retrieve the tablets, and the exiles will have a clan once more.
Vamos dar viagem rápida aqui. Tem um ponto de interesse ali, ó. Acho que é um acampamento. Vamos lá. Desbloquear aquela região. A gente estava desbloqueando regiões, a gente consegue pontos de habilidades. Ixi, pode ser que eu não consiga subir. Tá, depois eu vou lá. Já que eu não consigo subir de novo aqui. Não, não dá. Não, não posso não. Tem como descer pra lá, mas eu não consigo subir.
So? What? She accepted?
I did not.
Thank you.
Adloredar.
What are you doing here?
I was worried for my son. I wanted to make sure that everything was fine.
Yes, everything is fine. He has joined the Sengeden Anidas and he gave me the tablets.
Really? What about the others? Those who are not fighters? I thought that Dedra did not want them.
I managed to convince her to accept all of the exiles.
I thank you for helping them. It is reassuring to hear that they are in a new clan.
Aí, a nossa reputação subiu. Maravilha.
I retrieved your relics.
Thank you. Thank you immensely. Thanks to them, we will be able to continue our research on St. Matheus.
I am curious to know who is responsible for this theft. The culprit must be brought to justice.
I do not want to point the finger at anyone.
A nossa reputação subiu mais ainda, cara. Muito bom.
Your indulgence honors you, but how can we be certain that these thieves will not strike again if they are not punished?
A good start would be to keep a better watch on the priceless treasures that you find.
In any case, you would do well to keep a better watch on your discoveries in the future. You should also pay more attention to those who share this village with you. This theft would never have happened had you truly been in harmony with the natives.
But that is precisely what we desire more than anything. We may have been a bit clumsy in the beginning, but we'll make sure to improve things in the future. You really were a great help. I would be most grateful if you agreed to continue helping us.
I might come back at some point, but alas, I'm very busy.
Naturally. Either way, we are certainly capable of continuing our research without you.
Actually, I must go back to my work. Our next expedition must depart as soon as possible.
Your next expedition?
Our brave researchers must continue to follow the tracks of our founder on this island. In the meantime, here, take this as a token of gratitude for the help you gave us.
Thank you. I hope your expedition will be a success.
Ótimo. Subimos para o nível 27. Concluímos a missão. Ok. Apareceu uma missão secundária nova. Aguarde os resultados da pesquisa em 23 horas e 51 minutos. Cadê o acampamento? Vamos ao acampamento aqui rapidinho. Vamos dormir. Ah não, cara. Vamos lá.
Oh, there you are, Your Excellency. The Enlightened has heard my prayers.
What's going on? Where are the others?
After deciphering the content of the tablets, they went north to continue their research in some swamps. But they must have encountered problems. Brother Fidelis came back here, and he was in a dreadful state. He most likely came to seek help, but he fainted. It's impossible for us to know what happened to them.
I'm not a doctor, but I may be able to examine him.
Oh, please do. Any help would be appreciated. We've done our best, but our magic has proved inefficient. And the healer we sent for will certainly arrive too late from San Matheus.
This man is burning up with fever and he bears several bite marks and traces of blows.
The flesh is black and blue around the bites. He was bitten by a venomous creature. What he needs is an antidote.
Have you tried giving him any anti-poison?
Of course, but to no avail. And what if it were a hex cast by the heretics?
No matter what happens, you always suspect them.
More of these idiotic superstitions. If the anti-poisons aren't working, it's because they're not suitable for this venom. Fidelis was in the swamp. Local healers will surely know how to make the right antidote.
We could ask Lair. He will direct us to someone who understands remedies.
On Olmanawi, you've come back to see. I heard that.
Did Vindwal tell you?
Yes, and you proved.
I need your advice.
I heard about.
He has all the symptoms. He must have been bitten by...
So, you alas.
Thank you. I will go see. I have to go.
Ok, vamos ver lá. Onde tá esse curandeiro? Tá aqui na aldeia mesmo.
Here you are again. What do you want?
I have come to ask for your help. Lair told me you know about remedies.
I do know a few of them. I have learned about plants. I used to want to become a Donegad.
One of the researchers came back wounded from the expedition. Apparently he was bitten by a creature of the swamp.
And now he has the Llewellyn fever. We have a good knowledge about this affliction. He will die if he does not receive proper treatment.
Do you know which antidote should be given to him?
Yes. These priests are idiots. They could have asked for our help, but they treat us like children. You are different. And you have allowed my son to join a new clan. So, I will give you the potion to cure the priest. Wait a moment. Make him drink this remedy and he'll get better.
Thank you, Vindwal.
Where am I?
You are
Onde estou?
You're safe.
Was I unconscious for a long time? The other members of the expedition, they are in danger. The swamp is so hostile. We weren't prepared for it. Some of our people have disappeared.
What caused these wounds?
A nightmarish creature. The swamp is full of them. A colleague and I had left to fetch some help when we were attacked. I managed to run away, but I don't know what happened to him. As for those who are at the camp, you must go help them.
Show me the location of your colleagues on the map. I will join them.
There. Please, hurry.
Thank you. You should rest now.
Ok. Localizei acampamento dos teólogos. Ó, local novo ou impressão minha? Deixa eu abrir o mapa aqui. Não, a gente já veio aqui. Raramente, mas já veio aqui.
I do not remember there being a path in this place the last time we came.
You're perfectly right, my child. This passage must have been cleared by the expedition. We should follow it.
Melhor, vou subir aqui. Montar acampamento. Eu quero ir naquele ponto de interrogação ali embaixo ali.
Hey, what's happening here? I could hear you from miles away.
Your Excellency, I'm so happy to see you. You arrived right on time to settle this matter.
How did you manage to find us in the middle of this swamp?
Brother Fidelis managed to reach Eden. He's the one who told us where your camp was.
But he didn't leave alone. What happened to Father Orbricus, who was accompanying him?
He must be dead, like our other companions. This is all your fault. This is yet more proof that you are not fit to lead such a team. I should be the one in charge.
Maybe you should calm down and explain to me what's happening here.
This expedition was undertaken with no concern for common sense. We are not equipped to explore this type of place. Our people are disappearing, and all we have found are some falsified writings.
Brother Virgil is terrified, which probably explains why he is being so disingenuous. We have made incredible discoveries, and we could find more.
You are beyond redemption. I won't waste another second talking to you. If you want to talk to me, Your Excellency, it will have to be without her.
How charming.
Aonde, cara? Olha ali, ó.
Brother Virgil, can you explain
The reason for discovery she organ and now
what do you mean?
we found
Tá contando sobre a briga.
They must
Brother Fidelis
they didn't let
that's struck and the only name
those we will not
I see.
so we can
I understand.
do as you like.
Ok. Tem mais um camarada ali embaixo ali.
Your Excellency, I hope that ever since...
Before anything,
What would you like?
for what reason were you?
The expedition it's for him. According to him, we
Were they also written by
Without a doubt. But what really... Our founder, he now
Brother Fidelis told?
Yes, 3 more. I made a mistake.
And no one has served.
I wanted us to... Along with lack...
And by some.
Indeed.
I also heard, but it's not what matters
Are
most.
you sure that...
Don't worry about it.
In that case, you will have no...
Thank you. This man's skull is sunken, but he doesn't look like he was in a fight. Could he have fallen?
If that were the case, there would be other marks of impact on his body. No. He was struck with an object to the back of the head. Given the shape of the wound, it was inflicted with a metal mace.
This man's death was no accident, nor was it linked to any predator attack. It was caused by a violent strike to the back of the skull with a mace. And it didn't take place here. The marks surrounding the body showed that it was moved, most likely to make it seem like he fell to his death.
Vamos ver o outro ali.
The body of this man was devoured by beasts, but it happened after he had died. One of the wounds is clearly a knife wound. But alas, it's impossible to know who was wielding it.
May the enlightened protect you in this battle! Engulf our enemies!
The cause of death is no mystery. This man was attacked by one of those large reptiles, a Llewellyn. And yet, these iridescent marks on his skin make me think that a stasis spell was cast on him first. He was intentionally immobilized so that he would fall prey to this animal. It seems obvious now that these disappearances were orchestrated.
All these disguised deaths, these
Ok, então galera,
abject
então vamos ficando por
crimes.
aqui. Se vocês
The
gostaram,
natives
deixa o
can be
like,
violent, but they
comentem
are
aí,
not
se inscrevam no
deceitful.
canal.
I'm afraid
Nosso
that
vídeo
Brother
vai fazer a
Virgil may have
continuação
found a way
desse
to take
vídeo.
control of the
Então, se
expedition.
vocês gostaram,
He should be
like,
judged
se
for it.
inscrevam e comentem o que
Indeed.
vocês acharam.
I think that we should go find
Até
this
mais, até o
brother
próximo vídeo.
and ask for
Falou,
an
fui e
explanation.
muito obrigado.